What in the Temu, Hobby Lobby, hate chicken, Christian Hallmark version of a Michael Bay trailer is this? How much did it cost me as a taxpayer? That's about enough of that. If you want to see more, I did a reaction video before this. Just scroll back. I don't know how many pieces of propaganda a country can put in one film, but I think they gave it their all, didn't they? I'm not sure if this video was intended to make me feel more confident in his executive authority, but there's a few things it did make me feel. I'm going to share with you now. This feels like one of those videos they show before a pep rally to get the high school football team all revved up. Like if bad beer and misogyny were a cinematic experience. Oh, but Casey, you're never going to win if you're mean to the Republicans. I don't care. I don't want to be a part of their clan. I mean club. If the incel from your high school couldn't get into AV Tech class, but then they made a documentary about American values, this would be it. It's like those guys that spend more on the accessories for their truck, like lifting up their truck and making it sound really loud, than they actually did for the truck note itself. And I don't know how to describe this, but if you took the thoughts of NASCAR enthusiasts as they're watching the cars go around and made it into a film, this is what it would look like. Coming into my comments swinging. Maybe it's a spectrum thing, but you know when you're a little kid and you used to cover your eyes and you'd look through the little slits and you could see people and you just were like, nobody can see me right now? This is giving that kind of delusion. When the tomatoes aren't just rotten, they're mummified. The kind of people that participate in multi-level marketing schemes and call themselves girl bosses, or use the term tribe when they're not indigenous. That's the vibe. Also, who are you fooling with this eagle, man? We know your history, right? The symbol of this country literally rejected you and attacked you. There's something incredibly poetic, but also very telling about that. I mean, I get that you're commander-in-chief and you oversee the military and like it's creative license and everything, but I wouldn't want to remind everybody that I had absolutely no military experience whatsoever. And not only that I don't have experience, but that I intentionally circumvented the draft and did everything I possibly could to prevent putting my body on the line for this country. Like, I wouldn't want to remind people of that. I mean, I get it. You want to convey this really strong image of a king, of a monarch, despite the fact that we do live in a country based on democratic ideals. I fear that you think it read this, but what it really says is this, okay? And I don't care if you brought out Michael Bay, Jerry Bruckheimer, Steven Spielberg, Martin Scorsese, Quentin Tarantino. We're not going to forget that you've already spent $10 million on golf trips. You've been president for like 5 minutes. I understand you spent a whole year of your first term golfing, but you promised to make my grocery prices cheaper, and you're not. You're just giving a bunch of money to your bestie, closing down everything that's cool about this country. I don't care how many times you salute flying things. It's not gonna make us forget that you're an incompetent president. It's giving compensation for something.